Hey, what's cracking? How are you doing today? This is the video I had cocked and locked just for today. So yeah, I'm not well quite yet, but I should be getting close to it. No worries with that. Hope this video finds you sitting pretty today. Hope everything is going your way, man. If it's not and you're down on the world, man, listen to a few of my videos. Think how much rougher life can be for you, brother, because it ain't quite as bad as you think it is right now. If you stop and look around at the problems you have, it's probably a bunch of little molehills, not a mountain, and you can knock them suckers down one at a time. Just don't look at the whole world the way, try to see the trees instead of the forest. And sometimes that'll make you get through it a little bit easier. So I hope today that you've decided to start off by picking up your blessings and setting down your curses. I wanted to tell you a story today about how hard people will try to get drugs in prison, how crazy it gets, and the lengths that people will go to get high. This is a crazy story. Not sure how long it'll take me to tell it, but I wanted to put this video back for you. So I was at Hinton. I was there altogether 8 years, and I was living next door to the yard captain for the Universal Aryan Brotherhood. He's the shot caller for the UABs on the yard, and he's getting in crank, and he's been setting it up. He's had a lot of heat on him, and he's afraid they're going to try to catch him when he tries to bring it in. So he wants me to bring it in for him because I've been getting a lot of weed in. I got this girl, me and Shelly have broke up, and her cousin is coming to see me. So I called to talk to Shelly, and Shelly tells her cousin, don't take any more of my phone calls. But her cousin takes a phone call anyhow and says, she saw a picture of me, thinks I'm cute. Shelly is on some bullshit. Shelly flirted with her husband. She don't like Shelly. She'll take my phone call if she wants to. Me and Shelly weren't together. We weren't fighting at the time. So I start talking to her, man. I have no idea what she looks like. I start talking to her and ask her if she's going to come see me. She's going to bring me drugs like Shelly did and everything else. She knows all about it, and she's down to do it and make her some money. So she's coming up here to see me, and once again, there's a Red Rock Park Canyon, and we just got to Hinton at the time, and they had mostly Colorado inmates, and they were getting paid just to be there. No, not Colorado, North Carolina inmates, and they were 90%, 95% black, 90 to 95% black from North Carolina. There was no whites hardly from there at all, and the white guys that were all like homosexuals for black guys. There was no stand-up white boys from North Carolina. No, not one. Okay, so we've all got there, and I've got this girl coming up here to see me. And the guards, they haven't had no one from North Carolina. This prison ain't been here long. These guys they've been watching from North Carolina. They're so far from home, no one gets a visit. So these guys have no idea how we're sneaking shit in. They don't have a clue that people would stick something in their butt and take it back. That has never occurred to them for some reason. I guess they never watched a TV show. So they're letting our visitor come straight in the visiting room, and they're letting them go to the bathroom right there without checking them or anything. So my girl just walk in the bathroom, take 2 ounces out that she's carried in her waistband. She has 4 ounces she brings each time. She leaves 2 down the road at a park. They will let them come in and visit, leave for lunch, then come back in. You can never do that anywhere else I've been. This was just for a little while there because they don't realize what's going on with Oklahoma inmates at the time. And we'll get that there in my story coming up, but I was going to tell you this story for today. So she will come in and visit, bring 2 ounces with her, go in the bathroom, take them out, put them underneath the trash can liner. Then this other lady will go in there, get them, give them to her guy, and he'll stick them in his butt and take them back. Then they'll leave for lunch. She'll get 2 more ounces, bring them in there. We do the same thing. So I'm getting 4 ounces of weed in one day. And North Carolina guys would pay, they will wire you, Western Union, $100 for 11 chapstick caps. So you just take a chapstick cap, fill it up, wrap it up in a piece of paper or a glove finger. That's a cap. It's $10 cash money. So you can get 90 of those out of an ounce. So you make $900 off an ounce of weed. It's crazy. And I was getting 4 of them a day. So I'm getting over $3,000 worth of weed every weekend in one day. And then I would make that money. She would come do it Saturday and Sunday. So I'm getting a quarter pound each day. I had it going on, man. So this UAB guy, he wants me to bring in his meth because he's afraid that they're going to catch him. Really, he's been doing a lot of things, real paranoid, thinks everybody knows who's getting it. Really, not that many people do. He's just messing with the white guys from Oklahoma. He doesn't sell it to anyone from North Carolina. Black guys didn't mess with that shit from there. They just like weed. So I've got a lot of heat on me, but he thinks he ought to let me sneak it in and have that other guy bring it in. So what we do? We set it up. My old lady's supposed to meet his old lady right before she comes in. She's going to wrap up. He's got 4 8-balls of crank, and he's going to give it to me. I'm going to wrap it up in one of these ounces, and this guy's going to bring it in when he brings my weed in, and he's going to give me an 8-ball out of it. I get a quarter of it for doing it. I'm going to give the dude some, and I give the dude a ½ ounce of weed for bringing 2 ounces in every time, and he's getting a good deal. He's making plenty of money, and so that's what we're supposed to do. So, but today we all go to visit. And out of nowhere, they decide they're going to try to catch us. Someone's told them that people are sneaking it in their butt. So whenever we come out of visit, they're standing there like a roadblock in the hallway, just catching everybody they think might have drugs, taking us to medical. Well, when you get to medical, there's 6 cells in a row. And they have put one of us in each cell. One of the cells for suicide watch. So it has a concrete slab in the middle and a camera in the corner watching whoever's in it all the time. All 6 cells have one of us in there. Everybody who gets drugs is down there. Me, the guy that's bringing it in for me, this UAB yard captain's in there. We'll call him Skip. Skip's in there. I'm in there. The guy bringing my drugs in there. There's a black dude in there. There's a Mexican dude in there. Another white dude in there. All the guys who get drugs in. And all of us have got shit, most of us. But I don't have nothing on me. And there's a black guy down there named Silk, a good friend of mine, and he's a convict, and he knew that all of them guys had shit, but I didn't have nothing. Okay, so we start acting like we got shit, trying to keep the police on us, because what happens is when you say you're ready to try shit, there's guards in there, one at every cell, 6 of them, one at every cell watching the inmate. And when you say you're ready to shit, they leave the other cells and come to your cell. They come in, they walk around, they check the cell. Then they put a red bag into the toilet. Then you have to sit on the toilet with your hands out in front of you like this and sit with one of them standing in front of you watching, one standing behind you watching it come out. The other 2 are at the door and a couple in the cell. So you're sitting here, you're like this, with your hands out, trying to shit in front of all these men. And as soon as you drop a turd, they'll want you to stand up and move out of the way. And they take the bag. And only then will they give you your toilet paper. So I keep going down there acting like I'm trying to shit, and I can't. Really, I don't need to shit. I don't need to shit, and I don't got nothing. I'm just doing it to pull them away from the other cells, give them guys a chance to try to do something. I don't know if they've got it, if they're going to pull it out, try to eat it, I throw it out of this. I don't know what they'll do with it, because we're really stuck. We're caught. So since me and this guy Silk keep saying we can't shit, they come tell everybody, since y'all can't shit, because the other guy's saying they can't shit, because they got stuff. So everybody say, man, except for Skip, the UAB yard captain, he shits and leaves. So I figured, well, this guy of mine's got everything. He's got 2 ounces. He's got them 4 8-balls of dope. We got to try to help him get out of here. We know he's got all that stuff keistered, so we keep running block, trying to get him to come search us so he can have, there's nothing for him to do. So finally they give us these X-Lac pills, call them brown bombers, and you eat that and you are shitting for sure, man. But he refuses to eat one. Says it messes the system up. Him and another guy, they both got something they're refusing to take them. But we go ahead and take them. Me and Silky, go ahead and take it. Can't help him. Go on shit and get out of there. So what I do is I go back, and on my unit, there's a guy named Perry. Perry's job was suicide watch. If you say you're going to kill somebody, kill yourself, take you and put you in one of those cells, usually the one with the cement slab and the camera, and you'll sit down there, and one inmate's job, they have actually a few inmates, they take turns 8 hours apiece doing this. If they call on your shift or somebody on suicide watch, your job to go down there and sit in a fold-up chair next to their beanhole with their beanhole open. You sit there and talk to them through the beanhole, make sure they're not killing themselves. If they try to kill themselves, you got to try to stop them, tell the nurse so she can come stop them. That's your job. Keep them from killing themselves, try to talk to them, try to pick their spirits up and get them not to want to kill themselves. So I go to Perry and I say, look, man, you got to get down there, man. You got to get, he said, ain't nobody on suicide watch. So we go have a dude say he's going to kill himself so he can go to suicide watch. And that takes like an hour or 2. Once they get him to suicide watch, Perry says he can go to work. So he goes down there with an empty coffee cup, carrying it like he's got coffee in it. It's got a lid on it, a little tumbler like they sell everywhere you go for coffee, for refills. They sell those in prison on the canteen as a coffee mug. And he goes down there like he's on coffee. He's sitting there like he's talking to this guy. And then when he catches the guards, finally, now it's like 3, 4 in the morning. And all this shit started at 2 or 3 in the afternoon. So these guys are tired. They're on overtime. They can't go home till these guys shit, get out of cells. They're begging everybody to shit and go. By this time, they think nobody has nothing. It's a bust, and they're just sitting here for nothing. And they want to go home. They've been here long past since they should have gone home, and they're just tired. They just want everybody to shit and go. So they're slipping. They're off not paying as good attention now. So the guy that has our stuff, he goes and stands in the corner up underneath the camera. Standing up, he shits these 2 keisters out into his hand, standing under the camera, and drops it in the guy's cup. And then the guy comes over, says, "Hey, man, you want some coffee?" and hands him a styrofoam cup with some coffee in it. And then he pops the lid off and holds it in the beanhole, and he dropped them 2 keisters in the cup, puts the lid back on it, goes over and sits down. In a minute, he leaves and comes walking back in the unit with that weed. Brings it over there to me. I had to give him half of it, but he paid. He was worth it. So we get it, and I run over to Skip's house to break it down. Skip's shit ain't in there. Skip is already high. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck, bro? You know what I'm saying? You got us sweating this shit, trying to help this dude get out of here, and he ain't got nothing but weed all along. What the fuck? And he's like, well, at the last minute, my girl got nervous. She didn't want to meet nobody. She just went ahead and brought it. She wrapped it up in 6 balloons. 8 balloons. It was 8 balloons. So there was an eighth in each one. No, there was an 8 ball in each one. There was 16th in each balloon. So there's 4 8 balls and 8 balloons with a 16th in each. And he's come back and he's threw all of these up except for one. And they've done all shot dope, passed it out, and they're all high, but he can't get this one out. And he stays up all night trying to get this shit out. Him and his cellie. In the morning, he's all tweaked out. He's high. And dude's over there, and he's got a toothbrush trying to get this shit out of his house, digging out for it. But finally, one way or another, he gets that shit out. And he says, man, I got this shit out. But I think that shit busted about 5 or 6 this morning because I was high. Said, but when that shit hit me, I felt like I was going blind. So I'm about positive this shit busted in me, man. And so they busted it up. Sure enough, it had some holes in it. A lot of it was melted. Still had dope in there, but you see, it had shit on it and stuff. Shitty water. Like the dope wasn't white anymore. It's kind of orangish yellow. And he's like, you want this? I'm like, man, I don't want that shit. I didn't shoot dope anyhow. I drank that shit in coffee or smoked it or snorted it back when I did that stuff. And I don't do it at all, but I tried everything in prison. Older guys come and talk me into doing it. And we're going to go in half. Then their money don't come in, and I'm left paying for everything. Yeah, I got worked every which way you can think of. But so I wouldn't do it. But there's a guy who lived next door to him that never had money to get high, and he wanted it. And this dude shot that dope. He went over there and shot it with a homemade syringe that they made out of a craft stick and flip-flops and an old needle that they had got. And he shoots this, and he kept saying, it's good, I feel it, but I keep tasting shit. He's like, yeah, I bet you do keep tasting shit. So, yeah, that's, people want to get high really bad, man. So we should have got caught that time. We're all in there shitting in bags and everything. Prison is sickening. And drugs don't do shit, man. I've done everything that there is to do. And in the end, I don't do anything. I smoke marijuana. It helps with my post-traumatic stress, helps me to sleep, not have as many nightmares. Other than that, I don't do drugs. And it's coming from somebody who's tried them all. So there must be a reason for that I don't do it. So hope that you'll leave that shit alone. Hope you don't do something that ends up winding you up in prison. Before I leave here, shout out to the Riders and the Dyers. Thank you guys every time. Really appreciate you hitting that join button. I'm sure that I'm getting better by now. If I've posted this, I'm doing fine. So I hope to see you probably next week. I'm working on my book during this time. I've got 2 different versions that I've thought about starting the book with. I'm going to read you both versions. You can tell me which one you think sounds best. Help me decide how to write this book. So I'll see you again soon. Meantime, may God bless, keep, protect you and yours. Peace out.